This video will demonstrate how to edit the Google Calendar notification settings. We will look at two separate methods for editing calendar notification settings. The first method will be inside Google Calendar, and the second method will be a Chrome extension. To get started, let's head on over to my Google Calendar. First, I would like to edit the notification settings for my Google Calendars. It's important to note that if a user has multiple calendars, like this, we'll have to set up a separate notification for each of these calendars. More often than not, users will only need notifications for their main calendar. To set up notifications for your main calendar, hover your mouse over the calendar name and click the caret or downward facing arrow that pops up to the right of the calendar name. In the menu that pops up, click Edit Notifications. By default, users will get a pop-up message 10 minutes before an event. In order for a pop-up message to display on the screen, users must have Google Calendar open on their computer. You'll see that by default, I also have an email notification 10 minutes before each event. You can remove any notification, so if you don't want a pop-up notification, click Remove. And if you'd like to add a notification, click the link that says Add Notification. And then you can decide whether the notification is a pop-up or an email, and how many minutes, hours, days, or weeks before the event you would like to be notified. So in this case, we'll set up a pop-up notification 10 minutes, an email notification 10 minutes before, and we'll click to add one more to come to my email 2 hours before each event. The next thing you may want to look at is all-day event notifications. If you have an all-day event, by default, you'll be notified with a pop-up 1 day before the event at 11:50 p.m. You can add a separate notification using the same process by clicking Add Notification. When you're finished, click Save. Calendar notifications are very helpful and flexible for users who are likely to have their Google Calendar open throughout the day. Another method that you might want to use if you do not intend to keep your calendar open all day would be a Google Chrome extension called Checker Plus for Gmail. To access this Chrome extension, we'll first need to head on over to the Google Chrome Web Store by going to chrome.google.com/webstore. Now that I'm in the Chrome Web Store, I'm going to go in the Search the Store box and type Checker Plus for Google Calendar. And it'll do a quick search, and the first set of results will be for apps. We're going to scroll down to where it says Extensions. The first extension here is Checker Plus for Google Calendar, and I'll go ahead and click the blue Add to Chrome button. And first we'll get a little pop-up saying, hey, this can read your data and read your browsing history. We'll click Add Extension. The next thing we'll get is a little window that pops up that will ask us to configure the extension. So we'll go ahead and click the blue Configure Extension icon. Now we can choose how we want to be notified. We'll be getting a pop-up window and a ding whenever our calendar is set to notify us about an event. And then there are a few other options that you can check here, but I'm just going to go ahead and stay with the default. You'll notice at the bottom of the screen it says the Access Not Granted, Please See Accounts section. So I'm going to go ahead and click down here where it says Accounts. And then I'll go ahead and click Grant Access. And now I want to make sure that my school account, my @foxc6.org account, is selected here. I'll go ahead and click on that. And click Allow. The next thing we'll do is look at this setting right here. It says when signed out of Google Calendar, the extension will stay signed in. So even if we're not using Google Calendar or not signed in at the moment, we'll still get notified if we have an event. Now that we have added this extension to our Google Chrome web browser, it will show up to the right of the address bar. In this case, it will show up all the way over here. And the icon looks like this. It's a little calendar icon, and you'll see here 11:15. That is the next time I have an appointment. To utilize this extension, if you click on it once, you'll see a view of your calendar. And if you right-click on it, you'll be able to open your calendar, tell the extension to not disturb you for a variety of time options, and you can also manage the extension from there. So now, whenever my calendar default is for me to get a notification about an event, I will get a pop-up and a ding in the right corner of my screen from Checker Plus for Google Calendar.